So niko na swali. So my question is,
Yes.
unapata kwa marriage, a lady is successful, the guy, the man, the husband is very successful too, but now the man wants to be the man of
Yes.
the house,
Obvious.
and this man feels like when this lady is working and has money, she's not submitting enough. And now this guy or this man want the lady to stop working, and now anataka yeye, he says he can take care of the woman and the children. So what should the woman do now? Now that she's a career woman, she has what should happen?
It has made many marriages not work. Do you know why? This man becomes anakuwa yani ana ile protection ya being a man in the house, and that one does not mean that when I make you not work that now I will own that ownership of you being a wife, me becoming a husband. The Bible is very clear. The Bible says, as Jesus is the head of the church, so is the man the head of the house. That does not make a man a dictator. That makes a man to go more deeper to love that woman more than before. That is what the Bible says in 1 Peter chapter number 3 verse number 7. The Bible is very clear. The Bible says like this one: husbands likewise dwell with them who wives with understanding. That means it is not about the physical. It is not about it is not about the jest. It is not about the muscle. It is about going deeper and understanding exactly why you are in that marriage. Because let me tell you, before you got married to this young lady or to this young man, they used to have their home where the parents used to call them daddy and mommy. That's why I hate that word. I don't call my children daddy and mommy. I discard that one because it has made many young ladies not to fit in marriage, because they want me to call you mommy and daddy where it is not even supposed to be applied. I need to call you good names. I need to call you V8. I need to call you good big things that can make you feel like, wow, I am valuable in this house. So you having your own money, I having my own money, what you need to do as a wife, that is where the word submission comes in. I have seen people having money, having careers, but still submitting. I stayed with somewhere, and that person used to be the human resource manager, Red Cross, and she was a lawyer. And that lady, every time, I have not called my husband. I have not spoken to my husband. I was thinking, why is this woman always talking about, I have not spoken to my husband, I have not called my husband? I discovered one thing, that this woman discovered that money is not everything. Money can answer everything, but money is not everything. You can have money, then you fail to have a husband. That's why we have very many women. There is a day a certain Nigerian pastor came. You saw here in Kasaran, thousands and thousands of women going with the very big cars for prayer to have a husband. It is very risky. Don't use your money to think that that is can buy you. You can buy a boyfriend, but you can never buy a husband. They will come, eat, do whatever they wanted to do with you, and they'll forget about you. They'll go for another one, because those sugar mummies are there looking for young men. So if you are thinking that your money can buy you everything, I am sorry. A woman with a career money, please sit down, ask yourself, why am I entering into this marriage? One, I must be submissive. It is a must if you want it to work. A husband, why am I entering into this marriage? I need to love my wife. As simple as that. And apart from loving, I must be wise enough. Because the Bible has not told us men to use our jest. The Bible said in 1 Peter chapter number 3, verse number 7, husbands likewise dwell with them with understanding, giving honor to the wife as to the weaker vessel.
Wow.
And let me tell you, let me tell you, some men, they misuse the word weaker. There is no woman who is weaker. I can take you back from Genesis to Revelation. The people who made man to lie down, they were women. The Bible is trying to tell us that you are quick to bend low. And that is exactly what you are supposed to do. But that does not mean that women are weak. If you were weak, then you could have not come from this side of my rib. God could have to create you from somewhere else. But he took you from here because that is why I'm here, you are here. Are you getting it? I am here, you are here. When you come, I become strong. But when you are not there, I am weak. Also, like you.
Pastor, if I may ask, what do you think, like, Misha time? What do you think, like, most of Gen Z's marriage is lacking? Nini unaona hao Gen Z's kuna kitu wamebakisha hawajui?
The worst thing I can talk about Gen Z's, and I'm sorry to use it, and I don't know where they got this word Gen Z's. I think that is where the demon came in. That is why the demon came in. Because we, in our time, we never had to hear this word at Gen Z's, millennial, I don't know, this kind of names you are calling yourself. Sometimes even they don't come out of my mouth because they don't even add any value to me. I grew up in Kisland, whereby a woman becomes a woman and a man becomes a man. But the Gen Z's have come with a way that if I am working and you are working as a man, so if I come in the house, if I'm cooking, you are supposed to wash utensils.
But Pastor, is it bad?
It is not bad. I will tell you, this one will work even without you using those egos that even me have been working. That will never help you. What will help you for this man to submit is when you have already submitted yourself. That even that man will start and saying, hey mom, today you are tired. Just sit, let me cook for you, because sometimes I cook for my wife and that does not make me a woman.
Yeah.
And I am the best chef. My wife can tell you. And anytime I cook, they say the food is sweet, and I know why. Because they want me to continue cooking. Yes, the audience wants to.
The audience has some questions. It's yes. Okay, we give them.
So, niko na swali.
Yes.
I'm a married woman.
You are a married woman?
Yes.
Wow.
And now, the one that is working. Kama mimi ndo nafanya kazi na mzee hana kazi kabisa.
Wow.
Hana nothing.
I never thought that was to come, but I thank God for that.
And yes. Now, tunaishi kwa nyumba yenye tunahitaji kuchota maji huko nyuma, wamama wengine wako huko wanaosha vyombo kwa sinki moja huko nyuma. And now I feel bad because while I go to work, my husband is doing some kuchota maji huko nyuma na wamama wengine, and I feel like people might end up disrespecting my husband. So should I just do everything, work for our upkeep and still do the house chores, because I don't want to embarrass my husband every time akona mama huko nyuma? What should happen?
Marriage, I thank God because of that question. Marriage, it's not about the crowd. Marriage is about the wife and the woman. 2, my question will be, is this man anapenda kutofanya kazi? 3, is this man willing to work but ni kazi hakuna? 4, what if I do something for my husband to have something to do so that it can keep him busy? For him, he will not change from being a husband even when he doesn't have a job. I have seen people who got married and the husband never had money. But still, I saw that kind of respect. I saw that kind of submission. A woman used to come in the house, does 1, 2, 3, because sometimes there are men who cannot even sit down because they don't have job. Then they wait for you to come back. They will go out, they do some chengo, they go out, they do some funny jobs because they feel like if I cannot buy my own water, I don't deserve to be a man. And that does not mean that you embarrass that man. What you need to do, you as a wife, do your roles. And I am very sure if this man is a normal man, a man who knows why he got married to that a wonderful, beautiful, and fearfully made woman, he needs to know that today even my wife has gone out. Sometimes washing clothes does not make you a woman. Assisting your wife to fetch water does not make you a woman. In fact, that makes you to be a very jovial, working, vibrant man who understands the real role of a wife. Because this woman came, find me working. Get this one. When the woman came, she found me, that's what? Working. So that means I will continue working. Because you came to my life to help me. So you, it is an advantage for you have done 1, 2, 3 things for me. Because maybe Mungu amefunga murango to train you something. That sometimes things in future, they may come to happen like this. Tomorrow you might find it is not me now who does not have a job. It is you who doesn't have a job. Tomorrow it can happen that it is me who has the job and you don't have a job. So God is trying to teach you something here. You having money, that is what the Bible says, give. Who are you going to give if you cannot even give to your own husband in the house when he doesn't? Do you really know that this is your husband? If you go down, then you find that this man is only a kolezi. By the way, I discourage lazy men. Lazy men are those people who cannot even wake up, do 1, 2, 3, aende huko fanya hata tumichengo. Because I remember my wife can be my witness in Dandora. I did some weird jobs. I did to do mchengo, and that does not make me not to be a husband to him. And that woman, by the way, loved me. She used to go to Korogosho. I know some of you, maybe you grew in urban areas whereby like this, where rich men are staying. I'm sorry. Me, when I came, I started my life. Yeah, you are rich kids. That is the language of today. I used to stay in Dandora, and you can imagine Dandora, because maybe you have 20 shillings, and by that time 20 shillings was a lot of money. So my wife used to go to Coach, tunaitanga Coach, Korogosho. Kikuyu they call it Korogosho. So when you go there, you buy skuma inakuanga kikundi for 1 shillings. Sasa ulikuwa unachukua, then my wife comes, anachukua kwa kipanda, anakata, anaweka kwa makaratasi. And you know that time I never had a job, and the job I used to have kwa wiki nilikuwa naingia mara moja, and we used to be paid 172 shillings. Ilikuwa inaitwa homegrown airport hapa. So you can imagine this woman, we need to pay rent, we need to eat, but there is no even one day my wife stood before me and told me I am tired of feeding somebody. That woman, she was that generous, she was that loving. She made me to feel that even if today the world was to say now, those who are married, get separated from your wife, and let now re-announce again, I'll go back to my wife. I'll not get another one. I'll go back to my wife, because now I understand better that my wife is the best.